No, I do not go by that name anymore. I go by Bryn. I am Bryn now. Okay, guys? Make sure you get that right. Hello. I also have a stream, so I'm going to say hello to my guys. Yeah, it's Daytona. My name is Bryn, not Suspect Apex. We have officially switched from that. Done with that, as we like to say. See, Hendrick? We are done with that legacy. Amen. That Daytona race, though, that was amazing to watch. Some great racing. Byron winning, Jimmy Johnson top five. That's crazy to me. Tyler Reddick got top two. Yeah, no qualifying as we are starting about 30 minutes later than usual as the Daytona 500 overlapped. But point standings, we're gonna have to do this really quick fire. Your leader in the points is gonna be Normie. Banjo, he said second in points, about 2 points off. Hendrick, what do you think about this point situation going into this week? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's no qualifying, so it's based off of those points. That's why I was trying to like somewhat mention it, cause that's how we qualify tonight. So a lot of the guys that we see up front early on are gonna be your points leader. So on pole is gonna be Normie, Banjo starting outside pole, RD4. Ah, I said that wrong. RD4. He won at New Hampshire for the Premier Series. He's starting third in this race. Georgia Dog, who also won in that doubleheader at was it Pocono? Yes, he won at Pocono. He starts fourth. Second row, Tampax, who's had a strong start to his season. He currently sits fifth in points. Cobra, who also has a win on this season, he starts sixth. Steel Carrot starts seventh. He's also picked as an dark horse, if I'm not mistaken. Master Killer in the 19. He finally got some momentum last week, if I'm not mistaken. Top 10, top 5, even at Pocono. Fatality, someone who's been quiet this season. He won last season at Charlotte, but hasn't. He's been quiet, I would say. How would you describe his season so far? Fatality. He did miss a race. He did miss a race. Okay. Yep, that is the real question. Going down from him, starting behind Fatality or alongside him, is gonna be Do Prime, who also had a really good start to the season, but last 3 weeks even, he's been a little bit off, but he's looking to get back in rhythm this week. Tata, who also won, but got suspended that 1 week because of words that we don't like to say in the VC. He got suspended or something happened. I don't know. He starts 11th. Leppy, he's been solid this season, currently sits in 12th. He wants to improve as he's been qualifying well, but his runs at the ends have been disappointing, but he got top 10 last week, so yeah, he got top 10 last week, so he can look to improve on that. Dark Ghost, he's back this week, or he's been back this whole entire week, but he currently sits 13th in points. Harris, someone who only runs 2020 cars. So how would that work if he makes the playoffs and it's 22 cars? He's basically going to get eliminated. Because I don't know how that's going to work in the playoffs. But yeah, he can only run, sadly, 2020 cars, but he should be competitive in these 2020 cars as he shown speed when he's run. So he could potentially steal a win from these guys. Outsider, a rookie as well. We saw him earlier in the season. I thought he was like, was he high up in points if I'm not mistaken, right? He was a lot higher than he was after the double. Now he's at 15th. Gotcha. Redneck. He's on the cutoff line in 16th. Then we got Lewis, someone who you've looked at this season as maybe an underdog pick. I would say he currently sits 17th in points, right below the cutoff line. Max Snipes, he's been a part-timer in this series. He currently sits 18th in points. Rocky Top, our super speedway ace, he sadly does not get a chance to qualify in pole tonight. I know he's really, really disappointed in that, as Rocky Top is known as the, I guess, go-getter at super speedways in that qualifying. He's like the Fords. He's like Michael McDowell. That's not a good. That's a good assumption, to be honest. He does really run well at super speedways, and he has a habit of working with people pretty well. Then we have Go Dogs behind Rocky Top in 20th in points. It's been a solid season. He got some good, decent finishes last week, but he's looking to improve throughout the year. 21st is going to be Coda. I think he left the league, if I'm not mistaken. He might be still in it. I don't know the situation. Okay, then we don't discuss him. EXO sitting 22nd in points. I think he's missed 2 or 3 races so far this season, so he currently sits way back there in 22nd. Then we have Mr. Mets fan. Him and Trevi are dueling. Those two have a good battle. We don't really highlight them as much, but we like to talk about in the Discord. Those two have been dueling throughout the season, so it's gonna be fun to watch those guys. They start next to one another. Big Sean, an admin in the series, has been struggling. Same with Yoshi. Yoshi and Big Sean, if I'm not mistaken, Hendrick, they both made the playoffs last season, and they're all the way down there in 26th and point, in 25th and 26th in point. That is surprising. Dream as well. Jordan flu game. Jordan flu game potentially here. All right, I'm gonna continue. I gotta hurry up. Dream, another guy who I expect to be a lot stronger this season. He's only raced 3 races, so he currently sits 27th in points. SP Motors, he's struggled a little bit in his few starts, but he currently sits 28th. Then we got a few of the guys that are technically out of the series now. Hidden True back there in 34th in points. He made his, I think, his third start of the season. He currently sits 34th in points. Wit has switched teams. We have a sub slash switch. Impact is in that car now in the 8 machine, whereas Wit goes over to Insolable's team in the 43. So it's going to be fun to watch how those guys, Mel and Jess, I guess, how they collab, work together. There's a way to say it, but collaborate together. Alright, and then we got Wit, NASCAR guy 36, and sadly, Cowboy Tech, who's only made 3 races this season, 37th in points, and then we have Squid. So, overall, what I can see here, Impact is going to be, I don't know where he's going to start. He has 44 points, so he'd technically be ahead of Tyreek Speed. Alright, thank you. Alright, I'm excited. Daytona in 2020 cars. I will say this, Midnight is here. Midnight is here. Pure Splash is making his first start. It's going to be fun. But 2020s, Daytona, I feel a little bit of chaos here. I know we had a good run in Premiere at Daytona, but I feel like with these cars, they get very loose. So I am expecting a few cautions here. I expect 3 to 4 cautions because of people just trying to let off and then they get loose and hit someone on the outside. So expect 1 or 2 cautions tonight.
Well, here we go. As it'll be Dew Prime on the front row with Mets. They're going to do a pace lap, get into their positions. It will be determined by points, as Brent had mentioned.
Yep, and I'm going to go over our picks from Wednesday night. So, your picks for tonight, like I said earlier, Harris is a 2020 guy who can sneakily get his way into wins here. And you think tonight is his night, as he's going to... That's your main pick for tonight, Harris. And then your dark horse was that 19 of Master Killer. So Master Killer, where is Harris? He should be in that 5 machine, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, he's in the 10 car. This is your main pick for the night. And then where is Master Killer? Where is that 19 machine? The 19, I don't think is... Yes, he is. There he is.
Yeah,
in the
he
Bass
is.
Pro Shop.
Yeah.
Alright. My picks for the night, though. I went with someone who I know very well. I've run all season with him in the Premier Series. He's technically my team owner. He moved down to the Premier NXT Series. I'm going to go with Impact. I had him on the podcast. He's my pick for the night. Really solid driver. I feel like people will follow him. I think that's the difference. People will follow a Premier driver, and that's why I believe he'll run well tonight. And then my dark horse was someone who actually won quite a bit at Super Seaways earlier this year. Yoshi. Alright, I'm also going to get the information, the 24 of Yoshi. Also, Hendrik, before we get this going, fuel run is 23 to 24 laps, just so you know. So, I will send the screenshot to you, so you have the information, so you're not, like, lost real quick.
So
Fuel
we'll be
is
going
23 to
next
24
time
laps.
by. I do want to note another thing or two here. First off, another driver making his debut tonight is Melodramatic. Melodramatic, for those of you who don't watch my RHRL streams, he was the last winner in that league. So he's coming into ODRL on a hot note.
He's in a custom car.
He is.
Is he in a custom car? You're not supposed to be in a custom car.
So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. I'm sure
don't know how
we're going
the
to give
rules
him a free pass, but Melodramatic, he is making his debut moving over from RHRL. Slim Steeler, another driver making his debut tonight, driving the #1 Monster Energy Chevrolet.
I'll say this, Slim is solid. I've run a lot of open lobbies with him. He can hold his line pretty well, so I expect him to run decent. I don't know if he'll be really great in this first race. I've never raced against him on Super Seaways, but he should be solid. Who else do I expect to run well here?
And as Brent mentioned, Pure Splash. I've commentated a couple leagues where Splash was in there, and he did okay. So I'm hoping he can carry it over here into NXT.
Should we do a race thing?
And here's another driver to keep an eye on. Talking about those, in your words, fucking Premier drivers, how about Ironman in the 48? He's here tonight.
I trip as well. The Premier guys do really well, and that's why I believe Impact will do well. I mean, they always do well. And also, I wanted to say this, but now I'm going to do it because you gave me a leeway. We're going to go over the stage info before they get this going because we're heading to the restart zone. Stage 1 is 32 laps. Stage 2 is 29. Stage 3 is 33. Fuel run is 23 to 24 laps, so watch out for fuel strategy. And here we go, Hendrik.
As they're now getting to the restart zone, after a 2-week break, NXT is back and ready to go. We are underway at Daytona R4D, and Banjo leads into the line.
Stack up on the bottom lane. Someone didn't get going. The 9 car did not get going on the restart, and that stacks up the bottom lane. Massive stack up as we see the double file up front.
The low line has been abandoned, at least mid-pack. The first 6-7 cars on the bottom, and then there is a big gap going all the way towards the back of the pack.
I think they'll close that gap pretty quickly with this draft, and we can see a lot of guys hitting the apron very early on. They're going to get used to this track later in this race. That's what I mean. They're going to make adjustments to their cars and their trucks, see what they can do to their, I guess, 2020 cars to make them more stable on the long run and pushes. That is the one thing I'm going to be watching out for. I think throughout this race, you're going to see improvement throughout all the drivers in this field as they adjust their cars.
Oh, Golov's having an issue on the front stretch. He's going a little bit slow right now. Don't know what's going on with the 14.
You see that 37? He's being aggressive. He's able to move in between the lines. Who is in that 37?
That is Steel Carrot.
Yeah, Steel Carrot.
Steel Carrot did really good in the Premier Series when they raced
at Daytona.
At Daytona earlier in the season.
Yeah, Camo picked him for an dark horse, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we see them going 3 wide for the lead here. RD on the outside lane. He falls back in line behind his teammate in the 34.
There they go, out of 4. Banjo still
you got a good
advantage with R4D right there. Third car in line, by the way, is the #4 car. We're going on board with Fatality.
Fatality trying to get a good run tonight. Needs some good points to get off in the early part of this season.
In comparison to the top lane, Tate ahead,
I'll tell you
Cobra,
what.
and Master Killer all together. Teammates right there in a row.
I'll be honest. That top lane, I feel like that's the unison. I feel like if they can get hooked up, they have 4 Toyotas on the top lane. There, Kendrick. Look at that. That's a lot of Toyota power.
In the 37, trying to get that lead away, won't be able to, exiting 4. Banjo trying to lead them to the line. As Fatality had a brief moment under the yellow. There we go.
I honestly,
the lap.
If you ask me, I think Carrot should go lower on the front stretch. I feel like he can get closer to the 34's bumper, but they're clear now. Oh, 4-car gets loose into the 19! They keep it straight.
Master Killer in the wall, trying to stay
That's
there.
costly for Master Killer. They get loose back there.
Oh,
37 on the wall. There he goes around. 18 around, and they're flipping.
Oh my
big wreck. The big one. Oh my god. You saw that?
I saw that.
What the hell? I think I saw someone die.
Tate ahead was literally bouncing from his front hood up into the sky. And then he landed back on his wheel.
RD takes the lead at the line, by the way. A lead change, race back to the line. RD to the lead. He passes the 34 at the line. Steel Carrot's bumper is squished in. Poor fella.
Derek went from leading the top line to now having a car with a ton of front end damage.
Like I said earlier, they're very newbie to the 2020 cars. They tapped that wall and he got stuck in there, came off it, and it just created the big one. Just like in real life. Hendrick, I mean, the big one happened very early on. They're still learning these cars, and the biggest winner out of that is Cowboy Tech. Cowboy Tech, Rocky Top, they're the biggest winners. Impact finally got some track position as well.
Well, here's a couple other drivers that benefited. Georgia Dog up to 3rd.
The 10 car as well. Harris, he's up to 4th. And that 2 car. Outsider, the rookie that I was talking about earlier, he's currently 15th in points. Needs a good run tonight. Currently sits top 5. Remember, he ran top 5 at Talladega, so he might have a history of being really good at these super speedway tracks. If I'm not mistaken, Hendrick, this might shake us into the boundary of fuel saving.
As
it
some
does.
cars stay out here. Looks like the first car that stayed out was Racing Dream.
If
nice to see the
Hendrick,
20 car up front, knowing that a certain somebody in this party didn't do that with his car.
I don't like you saying that.
By the way, thanks for the redeem, Steel Carrot. There you go. Hope that made you well.
What? Oh. You know, he's gonna pit anyways. You'll see. You'll see. He'll pit. I think this is the edge of the fuel window here, Hendrick. They're gonna pit and take fuel. This is what NXT hates. They hate fuel saving, but in my opinion, this opens the door for it. You're about 24 to 25 laps of fuel, and you can save about half a lap in draft, half throttle. So I expect a lot of people to come down pit road on choose. That is my prediction
guy in
here.
the 49 right there at 2nd. Everyone else beginning to exit. The first car that did so, looking at this, as I think someone just spawned. Someone spawned on the backstretch, trying to see who that was. That was very weird. Someone spawned on the backstretch.
I don't
know who that was, but either way, hopefully they don't have too much damage. That just threw me into a whole different loop. So the top 5 right now, Racing Dream, NASCAR guy, R4D, Outsider right there in 4th. And then rounding out the top 5, trying to get a closer look as
Here comes Dream.
Harris also
You're
coming
on the edge
in.
of
We
your
just
fuel
saw
window.
the onboard. No, he's going to stay out last second.
Oh, a lot of the back markers though. I say if you're in the back, take the pits, save fuel, you're in the rear. Why would you stay out and have the same amount of... I think you only take fuel only here. What would you do here, Hendrick? Would you take fuel only? Or would you take tires?
I would honestly
Would you catch the
take
field?
Fuel. Yeah, take fuel at that point. But NASCAR guy did not pit at all. So he will be the
They
leader.
didn't do choose.
I'm
seeing they didn't do choose.
R4D
Yeah, no,
second, Outsider. And then in 4th place, we have the number 12 of Big Sean, and right behind him, Melodramatic.
Is that Melodramatic, the new guy that you know personally from RHRL. So he's a new guy that I don't know anything about. He's a new guy to me. He's in a custom car, so he's definitely new. And I'm interested to see how he runs tonight.
By the way, for those of you who weren't in my official Discord server to catch up on the latest announcements, a couple other things will be happening throughout the week. Starting on Wednesday, I will be here for the All-Star Elite Racing Dash for Cash series at 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights.
I was thinking that.
And then on Thursday, I will also be joining Suspect Camo for White Line on Thursday nights around 9 o'clock Eastern. So 2 more league races that you will be able to see from my perspective.
Okay, well, the 49 of NASCAR guy leads. He's in the practice schemes. This is his first lap sled of the season, and he's gonna come down a throw down pit road now, making sure he's good on fuel.
So R4D will resume control, and that will put the Outsider second, then Big Sean, Melodramatic, then now
Impact joins him.
Yeah, Impact
So
in the
these guys are good on fuel.
him.
These guys are officially good on fuel now.
So that will put LA Fatality in 5th in this Busch Ford Mustang. Harris is going to be on the outside of row 2. That's why you're seeing him accelerate towards the 12. Georgia Dog the outside of row 3. Rocky Top looking on from him as Splash will be on the outside of him.
Let me tell you something. Big Sean, this is his opportunity. He really needs to get a good finish tonight. If he doesn't get a good finish tonight, I'm going to start worrying about his chances to potentially make the playoffs. Because it's been a struggle for him. I think he's missed about 3 races because he's been a little bit iffy on attendance because of situations. But if he doesn't get a good run tonight, I would say it's do or die time for that 12 machine, in my opinion. He needs to get a good run tonight. Same with a lot of guys below that cutoff line. Cowboy Tech also needs to get a good run tonight as well. He's been really struggling. So I'm hoping to see them run well. The 43, Witt, he's also been in the struggle bus if he's in this race. I don't know if he is.
I will say this. I know we're talking a lot about the postseason, but the thing is, after tonight, there's 15 races to go until the postseason. So there is definitely a lot of time for someone low in the points to make up that amount to make the playoffs. Because here we go.
I just
want to
say, you want to get momentum now.
R4D and Big Sean. Back to green. And a good start from him and Outsider. As Big Sean now right next to Melodramatic.
See them hitting the apron a little bit, the 22. I don't know the numbers at the moment. It's been 2 weeks.
Harris a little wobbly on the top.
Tata hitting the... A lot of people are in the apron as we see Mello get under the apron a little bit as Fatality lets off. Cowboy Tech is also really solid at Super Speedway, so I expect him to run solid tonight. He's actually really good. I've raced a lot of open lobbies with him. He knows how to run these tracks, these plate races. He knows how to get around these tracks. See that one car making the transition to the top. He's being aggressive.
Leading the top line.
Question is, can they get enough help up there to actually get momentum? You gotta have a good leader on the lane.
They might need
22.
one more person.
Is the 22 decided gonna leave him? No, he's gonna go back to the bottom. Yeah, they need a little bit more. One more car, and they can get momentum as the 88 has an opportunity to get back down if he wants to. He decides to stay up, so he's going to help the outside lane. Tata, though, he decides, nope, he cannot. Someone closed the lane on him pretty quickly. That's the 12 again.
Again, the movement from the top line costing them time. Just like an issue for those on the bottom hitting the apron, no one on the top can really keep it straight besides Slim Steeler. They're disorganized. It's costing them time. By the way, for those of you on my stream, by the way, in-car perspectives is available. Channel points 300 with a random driver for 3 laps. Actually, 500 channel points. If you want to go on board with a driver you request for 5 laps, that's 750. As we're looking on from Splash, getting by Big Sean. Riding right behind the 9.
Oh, Slim is still getting wobbly back there, and the outside lane, just like in real life, is getting swamped right now. We see the 2-car get out line. Oh, 12 car was not clear, and he hits the 1 car to the wall. Do they keep it straight? I'm not going to say anything yet. They keep it straight.
Oh, goodness, he nearly hit the 66. A Slim Stealer.
That was almost a big one.
Went from being the first car on top to now being towards the back by himself. Tough break.
I'm gonna watch this fuel situation as well. That's probably why we're seeing a little bit people being hesitant to make moves, as fuel is gonna be tight here. If you're on the gas fully, I don't know if you can make it on fuel, but if you're not and you're saving, you could potentially make it. 12 car out of line, Big Sean. Gonna fall to the rear, 37 as well. That is still Carrots.
Yeah, Big Sean still on the top. Ironman right behind him. Ironman knows what it's like to win here. He came inches short of winning the premier race this season. As 1 car stuck below the apron, that was Metz.
Did he keep it straight? He did? That's good.
Up towards the front. R4D still in front, Melodramatic in second, Fatality in third, Outsider, and then Rocky Top in 5th.
43 making a move. He's got to get back in line. He's not going to be able to. There he goes to the rear. Just costly mistake by Pure there as a rookie in the series. He did not get back in line, and that's going to cost him if he get hit by the 9 of... I forget what his name is.
Lewis. Yeah, that's Lewis right there. Cowboy Tech there.
Can he get back in line? No, he cannot.
Then in the 7th spot, we got the 17 car of Max
Here comes
Steine.
11.
Then Lewis, then Exo. And then rounding out the top 10, running into 77 car is Steine. Remember, Dirtiest Cat was in that car before his departure. Steine taking over that ride for the night.
For tonight, he is a Premier Series driver.
Lewis backing up on the top.
He's going to give the 20 the bottom lane. Oh, they're all checking up behind him.
Oh, they're right. Caution's out. Oh. Looked like they were initially.
I think they were just getting loose. As we see the top, I think that's the top 8 starting to pull away from the 11.
Yeah, it is.
Because they're not really battling.
Very curious, though, as to what happened with the 9 car. He is still not running that fast.
That 11 car is wanting to make moves with the 77. He's wanting to make moves with his JGR teammates. We can just see they're the only people really taking the initiative right now. As everyone else is just staying in line, being patient. They're not. They're like, we want to go. We want to get up to the front. We want track position. 77's trying to oblige to their, I guess, what's it called whenever they want you to do something?
Currently
they're obliged to follow.
So 15 laps to go right now. Lap 18 of 32.
Oh, they're really... Here comes
and
the 22 to help them out.
Everyone should have around 15 to 16 laps of fuel.
They're heading up to 210 miles per hour.
A little bit later. NASCAR guy in the 49 was one of those cars that pitted last.
Here's the issue with this top lane, and that's what I'm going to be watching, is how close they get to this wall. Because if someone scrapes it, that's all the top lane gone. We saw that earlier with the 19. He scraped the wall, he couldn't get out of it, and he got all the way sent back to the rear. So that's something to watch as we watch these guys on the top lane. Can they hold on to it for a long time? That's what I'm going to be watching here. Takes a lot of effort just to hold it up there. They're moving, Hendrick. They're moving up. They got a good line forming right there. The 22 is also holding it really well right at the moment.
Talked
That
about
is
it
Rocky
already
Top.
earlier tonight. Rocky Top, very good
Qualifying.
drifter plate racer, but qualifying is his specialty. Had a
He's like
lot
Mickey
of
Medell
recent
last
success.
season.
Question is, can he
He's hoping.
convert that first place qualifying effort, or at least his super speedway
18 the wall.
expertise, into a potential win?
77 taps the wall. Yeah, I want to see him.
Oh, 41 in the wall. That's XO.
Yeah, that's gonna cost him, but at least he still has the draft. Yeah, I want to see Rocky capitalize on his speed at super speedways and finally get that first win on a plate track in the NXT series. He's been very close before. He's just about execution late in the race.
XO has lost the draft after that wall contact. Tough break for the 41.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. If you guys don't know, there is a rule for pushing on the bottom. You cannot push the leader on the bottom. And that's basically it. You cannot push him in the bottom. You can push him in the middle lane, but if the leader's on the bottom lane, you should not be able to push him. We should watch the lead. We should watch second place. I don't know.
Yeah, that's melodramatic.
We need to teach him the ways. I want to see if he's pushing or not for future reference. I don't think he is. He's being very. He's doing well for himself.
He's
close,
okay,
but
he's
doing
not
good.
doing it.
All right, he's doing good, and he knows the rules. That's good to know. I forget what the rules call, if I'm not mistaken.
The graboid package.
The graboid package is in effect for this race. And see, now the outside lane is dying, Hendrick.
Yeah, the only way you can push a car that is leading the race is on the restart until you get to the backstretch.
Yep, or in the middle in the top lane. But yeah, RD, who we saw literally last week at New Hampshire win in Premier, he's leading in NXT. So he's someone that has momentum. As we see RD get a little free there and get under the apron. Oh, 77 goes up to the top. Out of line immediately.
Stein doesn't have any help. That's going to cost him.
I think he got jumped out. I think there was not enough room. He hit someone's bumper and it just leaked him out of the lane. I don't think that was his choice. I wouldn't have jumped out there.
The wall off 4. He's able to keep it straight and stay in the draft. He should have help with Big Sean.
Vitality, Outsider, 2 rookies in the series this season. They're being patient. Cowboy Tech in that 3 machine. He's had some rough runs, and then you see the guy that you talked about earlier.
Big stack up on the top led by Impact. Caught a couple people off guard, including Stein and Rocky Top, and also count the 20 car involved there as well, Dream. But now it's single file up in the front. Only 3-4 cars running outside of that low line.
We have about 9 to go, and as I was saying, you said this earlier before Impact. I think they kept it straight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they kept it straight. The guy who you talked about earlier, Max Snipes, that 17 machine, he's in the race. You said earlier he's going to be a factor in this race at the end, and look where he is right now. Inside the top 10, right behind Cowboy Tech. Yeah. So he's definitely a factor for stage 1.
And that's going to lead into me talking about Cowboy Tech. Cowboy Tech has had a disastrous start to the season. 3 starts, however, second lowest in points entering tonight, 37th. He has just not had the runs he has been hoping for, but so far tonight looking promising.
He's got some new teammates, some new energy, a week off. I mean, this could be his week. 2 weeks off, right? Or is
yes,
it 1
2
week?
weeks off.
Yeah, this could be a good refresher for him. I've been racing open lobbies with him for a little bit. He's been getting up there, so I think he has some confidence here. I expect him to run well. He's good at super speedways. I trust him, so hoping he has a great run. 88 of Georgia Dog, he's also running solidly. The 51. That is Tripp in the 51. Okay. Oh, he makes a huge move. Got a good run there.
Oh,
I don't know where he's going. I didn't know where he was going, but he took that run all right, Hendrick.
Yeah, he tried.
Well, he definitely made it exciting.
Yeah.
I went to his point of view, and he just made a move. I was going to talk about him, and then he immediately makes that move.
7 to go.
Normie. Look at Normie making a move with the 11 car of Cobra.
26 of 32.
Ironman in that 48. He's going to be someone to watch later in this event. I think he's going to be a little bit more patient early on as he's not really going for stage points, but look for him at the end here, Hendrick, to be a factor with his teammates, if he can get him up there.
When we get to the line, it will be 6 to go.
Oh, Tata hit the apron. Oh, they're getting stacked up! Right behind Cobra. Tata gets stuck on a line. Impact pushes Tata.
So this will be the last lap that we could have a caution in the stage. Once they make it back around, there will be no more yellows for the rest of stage 1. Steel Carrot, the last car in this pack. Then there's a little break going into Group 2.
I truly don't believe we'll have a move unless the top 3, one of them decides to make it.
Splash took a peek on the top, able to get back to the bottom.
Oh! 95 got hit a little bit there by the 34. That 34, by the way, is second in points. It's a very tight battle between Trusting and that 30. I don't think it's the 36. It's someone else. Is it RD? Yeah, it's Trusting RD. They have a huge battle.
Third in points. Normie is the points leader. As we are at 5 to go.
I don't think Normie's here tonight. Normie is absent. He's usually the 48. He's not here tonight. So their battle between those two is going to be battle for the points lead here. That's going to be something to watch early on in the season.
Yeah, you also can't count out Georgia Dog, who's 15 back entering tonight, and then Tampax, who's 17.
Is he in the race?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think he is. No, he's not.
Well, 4 to go at the line for R4D. Trying to hang
Trevor
on
might have lagged out.
And get his first stage win in ODRL.
Oh, you can see them starting to let off a ton as we have 4 to go. Like, why am I repeating you? I should not repeat you. I am a dumb...
Fatality tried to take a peek under Mello, couldn't do it.
Oh, lag! Huge lag by the 95!
Oh,
kills the 9! Someone lagged.
And there goes the Ironman around!
Someone lagged up front. I think it was the 95 Adu. And that kills the back half of the pack. That's going to make this finish a lot less exciting.
But the 48 of Ironman still sliding in the grass.
Oh, Dude tries to clear himself on Steine. Cannot do it.
3 to go.
No, never mind. That's not Dude.
Flat traffic.
That's a 20 car. We're probably going to get around him quickly here, as we have 3 to go.
That is Slim Steeler. So Steeler's going to fall a lap down. Once the
do you think he gets out of the way?
By, he's going to give it up. And that is why he would get the lucky dog here, unless someone gets lapped.
Unless someone else is in that pack.
Steeler's actually riding the grass just now.
Oh, I don't know about that, Steeler. Oh, no, he's going to come on the track. He's going to kill someone.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, and he does!
He did!
He just killed them! Oh, they're still... Oh, Dude Prime!
In a couple
37 gets wrecked in the pit road! Dude Prime gets in the 37, just like the real guy in real life.
Trevi, by the way, I believe is out for the race.
Yeah, he lagged out. But Dude Prime and the 37 get together. Steel Carrot, and that's going to be their stages.
Still green, though.
What do the 4 and the 27 do? They're both Fords. They're all Fords up here, by the way, like in real life.
Steine on the top with no help.
The issue is Calvatech's really alone here. There's none of his teammates around him. It's all Fords. Look at that 4-car going all the way down.
1.
I don't know if there's gonna be a move here, Hendrick. They gotta get that run on the backstretch. You have to make it on the backstretch, in my opinion. I don't think it's really possible in the front stretch. It is technically.
The duck to the top to make something happen.
Oh, RD left the door open. Here comes a run.
He did.
They push him, but they're gonna push RD. I don't think there's gonna be a move here, Hendrick. I think they're gonna be boring. They're literally gonna make it off of 3 and 4.
On board with Mello here as we're going down the backstretch. Georgia in this pack, the 24 car, however, on top with the 11. But out of turn 4, R4D, for the first time in his tenure in NXT, he will win a stage. He's the stage 1 winner.
Fatality gets third. Matt gets fourth. Fifth is Outsider. Cowboy Tech finishes sixth. Seventh is going to be Georgia. Yoshi, my pick for the race, or dark horse for the race, finished eighth. Banjo got some good points in ninth. So RD technically is your points leader at the moment.
And then Cobra
That's
rounding
interesting
out
dynamic.
the top 10.
Just missing out is Dream and Do Prime. Dream really needs these points, but he does not get it in stage 1.
Alright, so on to stage 2. "29 laps for the second stage as R4D and LA Fatality will beat them to green."
Alright, we see another restart. How good does that outside lane get going? Not great, but not horrible either. I mean, they got some good cars up there. Hendrick, this stage, let me get the stats info for you real quick. This stage is a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, is it longer or shorter?
It's shorter. It should be 29 laps.
Why are all my notes not popping up? I am sorry. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter with 29 laps. Do you think this opens the door? What do you think happens here? Do you think people short pit? But we've seen so far, we've had a little bit of a caution fest and bits of this race. Not all the time, but bits of this race. So what do you expect in stage 2 and stage 3?
I could see some people try to short pit, but I think we're also going to see teammates pit together here. Like, we're going to see groups of cars
oh, that's gonna be
one
fun.
another. I would not be shocked if that happens. But then again, this is the first time they would be doing this tonight, so I don't know how orchestrated it's going to be and how well
they're trying to leave
execute
Fatality
it.
out. At least Max Snipes, I think, is trying to leave Fatality out, as Fatality
Fatality
immediately dips down to the bottom under the apron.
Cowboy
And
Tech
Cowboy
stuck
Tech
in
is
the
left
middle.
out. Sucker hole. That is not great for him. Oh, and he gets...
58 of impact!
He got hit on the bottom lane. Who was that on the bottom lane who hit him? Someone hit. Cowboy Tech, they're still
There
free!
they go.
And around they go!
Around.
Leppy saves it! Another car goes around, that's Lewis!
Slides in the pit road.
We're gonna do a race back to the line here. That all happened by someone hitting. Cowboy Tech might have got free, and then he got hit up into another car and caused a huge stack up there.
Impact again into the wall, entering 3.
Oh, and the 77 of Steine gets walled by the 4.
Oh, man, a little lag from R4D! R4D
And they're 4 wide
lag.
crossing the line. Are they going to survive? Oh, Rocky Top gets into 17. They're trying to get it woed up. And they do. Good job,
That was
guys. Do not die.
R4D, I believe, was the one that caused the lag just now.
That's surprising. I haven't seen them lag ever in these races.
Yeah, there was definitely something that happened there.
Very, very interesting.
We'll see if they're gonna look into that. As Lewis is going to get a lap back, what we're seeing here.
Those trust our RD and Trusting Banjo are teammates, right?
Ironman also getting a lap back. Yes.
That duo, though, so far this season has been probably the best rookies we've seen in the series. Before, I think Dream and Tata last season
Outsider
were kind
is
of like
the first one of a few to stay out.
I see that. Dream and, I guess, Tata last season were kind of like those two, but the
Cobra
dominance that we're
stays
seeing
out.
out of those two cars is crazy.
Looks like the 17 of Max Snipe stays out. Parrot,
The AI
Master Killer, NASCAR guy.
AI is getting crazy. Yeah, RD's lagging on pit road, or no, the 34 is on pit road. Seen him do circles in his pit stall. You know, having two rookies on the same team that are both top 5 in points is definitely a good sign for the future of Costco Motorsports. But where is the leader?
The leader right now, the 2 of Outsider. Down the backstretch right now.
And look who's in second place.
Yep.
And look who's behind him. And look who's in 5th. All JGR guys.
Well, 6. But
kinda
yes,
like
I do see your point. Well, I don't know about that one. But the Outsider...
Hey man, we had 3 top 10s. We had 3 top 10s, and our lowest finisher was 11th. So, I beg to differ.
Outsider, though,
Can't judge results.
right now leading the way. We'll see how many of these cars that stayed out last time by are going to stop in this time. Looks like the 49 is keen on pitting already. Looks like Cobra will do the same. Everyone from Cobra on back. Along with Dream. So Outsider stays out. Parrot also does the same. He went back onto the track last second. As they look to choose. Not that many people picked the top. It was just Carrot and Fatality.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting restart here.
The third car that actually picked the top was Impact.
Great jump for him.
Impact,
And Steine.
Steine, Big Sean, Harris.
Leppy also chose the outside lane, but he's all the way back there around 20, so it doesn't matter.
Yoshi also picking the top. Slim Steeler, Leppy.
Harris, Big Sean. Yeah, like you said, Big Sean. Ah, repeated you.
Ironman with the redeem. I'll keep that in mind. As here we go, getting ready to have another restart here.
I wish I could see the redeems.
As we're getting ready to do the restart. Hopefully, this one will go fine.
Outsider leads. They're not going green. They waved it off.
Another lap. Just like that, other people taking advantage. Look at all these cars in pit road.
How many? NASCAR guy, the 19.
Harris, the first one to go in. New Prime, there's Go Dogs. Cowboy Tech.
Cowboy Tech?
Yep.
Ironman? Yep, alright.
Pure Splash. All of those guys came into pit road. And I believe, actually, I don't know if the 10 car... Yeah, the 10 car of Harris just exited. I believe he took tires, too. That's why we didn't see him out there with the rest of the group.
Interesting. I think he'll make it around the field.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Because it's such a big track. Since it's a big track. I've done that before, and I haven't called the field before. I don't like to
SV
talk
Motors
about it.
also just exiting. He should be okay as well.
It's awkward when you take tires on a choose and you don't make it to the field. Oh my god. It's embarrassing. If you've done it, you'll realize. When you actually race Hendrick. I know eventually you'll probably suit up for one of these.
Yeah. Soon. Soon. Just not
Soon.
now.
Yep. I'm trying to hit at it eventually. I can't wait to talk about you. But here we go.
Outsider and
We
Carrot.
disagree.
As we get to the restart zone. Oh, a little stacked up there on the top. Fatality was not in line, and Impact tried to go in the middle.
Yeah, I think there was a miscommunication on the restart there as Impact went and Fatality did not, as Fatality immediately drops back to the bottom, so Fatality did not have any plans to run the top lane there, and that's going to cost Impact, as Impact, he gets in line
Carrot,
there.
the real loser here.
Yeah, I was going to say Impact was the initial loser, but Carrot is. He's going to drop all the way back there. This is going to be the worst situation possible for that 37 machine.
Oh, stack up once again here around the area
of
Steine. Fatality in Georgia.
Oh, 13 to Leppy in the wall. He hits
Leppy,
Master
Killer. Silvering.
As we have it. The huge pack behind him is getting caught. Oh, gosh, they keep it straight.
3 wide back here. Mets, Splash, and Go Dogs.
That's definitely an interesting 3 wide situation there. Who will prevail? I don't have a camera on them. Who won?
Now, I just want to note one person that's up around the front that we haven't talked about too much. Had some history earlier this season with restrictor plates, and that's Head. He was leading, actually, at that Dagger race, and although he was the initial winner, there was a lot of controversy behind it, especially with one of his other teammates in the 11.
Cobra. Yeah. It was about a drafting situation, which they've made it more neutral. They've made the rule a less, it's more understandable, I would say. They made it more judgeable, and it's more constant with how they should in the rulebook, so now people know you should not be using lap cars to save some fuel. So everyone knows that now, so they won't be able to do that anymore in these races. So going forward, it's going to improve the racing, I think, overall, but it was definitely a strat by them that, in my opinion, it wasn't illegal at the time, so I think it was fair. I know people hate it, but he used the rulebook to his advantage.
Head, by the way, currently 11th in the points because he missed a race earlier this season.
He got suspended.
Yes.
For a race. So that was definitely an interesting situation. I don't know the full details, but
yeah, let's just
he's looking to redeem himself. Oh, so hard into the wall! What the hell just happened? That was...
just took a shot to the outside wall after crossing the line, and now his descent to the back of the line continues.
God, that was... I don't want to say it, because goddamn, he hooked a right. That was insane. And that was real life.
3 wide back here. Ironman threading the needle on Leppy and Exo. Big Sean stuck in the middle line.
Slim Steeler stuck outside, and 51 also got pushed out of line now. With the 12 car, Big Sean. Oh, so caught it between the 9 and the 12. Right in front of Dew. Dew has to jump out of line. And Hendrick, we're right on that fuel window. If I'm not mistaken, we have about 18 to go. If you're the leader, why do you want to lead here? Why would you want to lead in this situation if you're outsider? Would you want to drop back? I mean, personally, in my opinion, I would drop back. What would you do here?
I'm going to be honest. It really depends on how many people are in the pack with you. If I'm outsider, I actually don't mind being up in the front, even though you're not saving that much fuel. But I do trust R4D and Banjo if I was the 2 car. If he wants to take a risk and try and maybe fall in between the 22 and the 8, he could do that and it would work fine. But it's a big risk for him.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know if he has the option to really drop back and just fall in line, because if you drop out of line now, look how many cars are lined up right behind those guys. And here they go. Somebody looked out the 4 car. Oh, we saw someone hit the apron there. You know what I'm seeing here, Hendrick, though? Forward, forward, forward. That's all I'm seeing up front. Ford, and then we have our first Chevy in 6th place. This is like real life. But does it happen like in real life where all the Fords die at the end? That's going to be the real question. It is Yoshi in the 24 who I
Impact out of the line in the 8.
He's got help from the 24 if I'm not mistaken.
No, you jackass.
No,
that's
it's the 48
of
Ironman.
Ironman.
I can't see. I'm legally blind.
Well,
he's got help
not
from
the
Leppy
first time,
everyone.
but we're all good. As Impact again's got more help with Leppy, Steine to the bottom. Like Tater Head going to the top.
Oh, I will say, 34 and the 36 they're bounded together. I feel like if we're going to see anyone make a move later in their race and those two are still connected, they're going to make a move together for the win. I just have a good feeling that they're going to be working together all race long.
As right now, Tater Head leading that top. Banjo going to the top line. But Tater
he got pushed out
line.
line. Sucker hole from the 34. He gets back in line in front of the 22. What a masterful job by him. He could have lost a ton of time, but gets back in line.
By Tater Head, and now he has R4D in front of him.
Never mind. There goes Banjo.
Ironman going to the bottom. Impact.
And they're all getting loose. There goes the 17 of Mac.
Off the pace. Looks like he might have wrecked.
He got smacked around in the middle because of RD or trusting Banjo just falling off. They're still squiggly. They got to get back in rhythm now. As Ironman is making moves in that 48, leading the top lane now. Someone you want to actually follow if you're going to lead a lane. That's someone that you can trust in Ironman. He's good at super speedways. As you see, Outsider continuing to lead at Daytona. English. We have 13 to go in stage 2. Fuel is going to be very tight. They should be about even on fuel, but you never know. Here comes that 48, got a good run. That outside lane is moving here, Hendrick.
He went from sliding down the backstretch to end stage 1 to now competing for the lead in the second half of stage 2.
He's got a lot of good pushers behind him. RD, Impact, Leppy, the 22, Tata now. There's a lot of good cars on the top lane, and they know how to work together. That is one thing. You got to have your friends and your frenemies. Chevy stay at the top, Ford's on the bottom. That's how it is right now.
36 gaining headway. They're out of 2. But the outside starting to pull
someone
a
way
little
down
bit
the apron.
more away. That was pure
Who
splash.
is that all the way down?
And it looked like there was someone way off the pace back there. Unsure who that was.
Hendrick, I feel like this top lane is about to clear them. I think when they get the top 3 cars, they might go to the bottom, or are they going to stay on the top? What do you think here?
If I'm the 48, I would try and bring the 8 to the bottom.
The 8's going to bring the 13. Leppy and
they have time to do it right now. They have
They do have room.
But it looks like the hourglass just expired for the 13 to go to the bottom.
Oh, 4-car hard! He got loose! He hits the 51!
And contact
18 gets
loose!
loose!
Through an 18! Outside or below the yellow!
2 cars still straight. He's checked up massively and he's going to the rear. He's on the apron, that's not good.
Oh, he hits
and into the Cowatech he goes.
Midnight Collection.
And around they go.
Stealer. Oh, I
you gotta let off more.
Exo flipping in the grass.
Yep, he tipped over. Tough break. Oh my God, he's on his lid still. And he's
Exo Austin. Just like another driver that drove the 41 tonight, goes up on his roof.
Who drove? Okay, you said who drove. Okay, my bad. I thought you said who drives the 41 tonight. I made that unfunny.
So caution's out. Everyone will now be on the same fuel strategy here for the rest of the stage.
Look at who this benefited. Ironman, Impact.
Leppy.
All guys that were running the top lane. The 22, he was also following that group. So the top 4 cars in the top lane are top 4 right now. And guys, who I told you earlier, Impact, Ironman, maybe not so Leppy. I know he's really good. He's solid with holding his line, but Leppy's more of an underdog pick. He's been really good. He's been good in spurts this season. I feel like he just needs to get his finishes, but these are all guys who should be running up front on a daily. Ironman especially, he's Premier, Impact, he should be running up front now as he switched over to the NXT Series. We're seeing people fake out pit stops. They are open.
Looks like one car came in. That might have been melodramatic. Yes, it was.
We have more people in the rear here, Hendrick, coming down pit road. I say throw it down there. You got damage? Pit.
So Mello, Big Sean, Midnight, Lewis, Stein.
Oh yeah, Midnight
Slim
making
Steeler,
a return to the series.
Cowboy Tech.
This is his first time in a little bit.
Among those in. There's EXO, in pit road, SP Motors, iTrip.
Our most surprising guy tonight, who was a noob, has been Mello. He's been running solid. I know he probably got caught up in that incident there, but he's been overall really solid tonight. He's had spurts inside the top 5, so he's definitely someone to watch late in this race if we get track position.
Max Snipes also pitted. Same with the 24 of Yoshi.
I'm interested to see how this choose go.
Right now, still waiting here, going around again for everyone to pick their lanes.
I'm surprised they didn't do choose there. George is just quietly sitting inside the top 10 all race long. He's been quiet. He's one of those guys who is going to pounce out down at the end, but I think he's just biding his time. Being patient, not making any moves that will get him killed on the long run, and just sitting there. He's not going to do anything aggressive, as so far it's been the aggressive people have been the one getting the consequences so far. We've seen the 18. I think he's had an issue so far. I think we saw another car. Who was the car that went around during that wreck? He was up front, made a move, and then got loose. I don't know what number it was, because he was up front for a long bit in that race. I think it was Mac. Mac got free or something. Mac. Something happened to Mac. He's been quite aggressive. Another car that got involved in that was the 27. The new guy in the field. Yoshi got involved in that wreck too. Banjo, he was affected. RD still currently sits inside the top 5. I have not seen him lose the top 5 yet during this race. So, he has momentum. Love seeing Rocky Top, that 22 machine, by the way, inside the top 5. I love seeing him run well. I wanted to see him get the dub tonight, if it's not Impact or Leppy. And everyone chooses the top, Hendrick. Everyone. Look at these guys.
So with that, R4D to the bottom. His next person behind him is Georgia Dog. Kate ahead also with the bottom. Same with Fatality and Banjo. That's the first 5 there on the bottom.
These are all the guys who worked together to get around them on the first run when they got to the lead. So everyone that was running the top is now together again. Can they get the same run with the bottom lane holding as good as they were earlier? We'll see. Harris trying to get some track position. He's finally up inside, just outside the top 10 on the inside row. Want to see if he can get some momentum here. Same with Carrot. As they're still pacing down the back. You see a car in the background trying to catch up to the field. This is going to be a fun one. We got about 6 to go when they go green.
Alright, so Ironman up on the top. He's got Impact behind him. Same with Leppy, Rocky top, and then the 11 of Cobra there. And then as for the first 5 on the bottom, R4D, Georgia, Tate ahead, Fatality, Trusting Banjo. Those are the drivers in the top 10 right now as we get ready for the final restart of stage number 2, unless if there's a caution this time by. Back to green. And Ironman with a good jump from the top, bringing Impact with. Will it be enough for the 8 to get to the bottom? It will.
Oh, 4 car hitting the apron back there. As we see Ironman now back to the bottom lane. This is going to leave out Leppy. So Impact leaves Leppy, his teammate, on the outside lane. As he, I think there's a 20 car of Dream ducked down to the bottom lane as quickly as possible as he can. And now we're going to start seeing the moves late in this stage.
I-Trip stuck in the middle, mid-pack. When they get to the line, yellows are turned off for the stage. There it is.
I will say, Impact
is stage happens.
Impact is someone that needs stage points, as he is going to be starting the season basically quite a bit far behind on the cutoff line, so he needs these stage points. I know he's really solid. He's a premier driver technically.
Now, what would cure all of this for him is with a win, but of course there are many opportunities for the 8 to do it. As Georgia trying to push R4D by, big shot from Cobra.
They got help from, yep, I was going to say they
but
got help
I don't
from
think that's going to be enough.
I mean, they're going to have a 4 car here very soon as well.
Still Carrots there. Here's Splash not far off for the go.
Do we have Harris who jumps back to the top as well? We have more cars joining that 36. Maybe a guy. Oh, we got more cars in the back hitting the wall there.
And top into the wall. Both the 12 and the 22.
Yeah, you got to make sure your car's straight. Do not go to the top in the middle of the corner. I say you do it on the back stretch if you're going to do it. Oh, we see someone around in the back. I'm pretty sure. Nope, he kept it straight.
Still green. Double file. Ironman leads. Get to 3 to go.
Here comes Master Killer.
Stage 2.
We're about to have a huge packed side by side here, Hendrick.
Oh, Banjo swirly.
Harris on the apron. We've seen this 3 times. It doesn't go well when someone's on the apron. They do not let off and they kill the field. Luckily, Harris does not do the same as the other 2 guys. Good on him.
Big block from Ironman. UR4D.
Yeah, Ironman has to play blocker late in the stage.
Georgia now to the bottom. R4D is trapped there. Now we have to have Cobra push him. But teammates 1-2.
Yeah, that's
how ironic is it for Ironman? His premier number is 2nd, and his car number that beat him at the Daytona race is leading the way. As Impact now out of line. 3 wide. Impact trapped in the middle.
And Fatality gets into him, and he's going to slide up into RD.
And they're still going.
Someone all the way down, Mets around in the rear. No one else goes around. We see the 95 gets split into the middle.
Can R4D bring this top line back?
With the top 2 being teammates, I don't know if we're going to see another move. White flag for stage number 2.
4th, Impact and Dream. Not Impact and Dream. Tate ahead and Dream. 3rd and 4th, teammates. Also there
That
in the
is
mix.
something to watch. Fatality, though, is... Oh, the 37 slides up. Fatality is really pushing him hard. I don't know if he's going to work with him. Oh, here comes the run on the top. Tatum!
Oh!
No, he hits him!
There they go!
Hey, the run they go! The big one in the rear! Here comes Tata! He's making a move!
They're still wrecking behind him.
The 3 teammates on the top lane work together here, Hendrick. Can they get a run?
It doesn't look like it. It's out of turn 4 with assistance from Georgia Dog. Ironman is going to win stage 2. Georgia second, Fatality gets third over Tata.
The big one at the end of that stage. Cost a lot of drivers some good points there. A lot of people are probably unhappy about that stage finish.
Trusting Banjo rounds out the top 5. Racing Dream at 6, Rocky Top 7th, Cobra 8th, Impact 9th, Master Killer rounds out the top 10. And now we go on to the final stage. Who will be able to end tonight off number 1?
How are they
We'll
saying
have
average me
33 laps to decide it.
I didn't even do shit.
As it's Tata and Outsider, the front row for this stage. Ironman went from winning stage 2 to restarting 4th. Steine was restarting 3rd.
Interesting. So Tata takes the lead as, like you said, Steine is now 2nd. And Fatality, who's been very aggressive.
In the back, NASCAR guy in Mets.
They look fine. They kept it straight. They just lost the draft there. So it's been costly for those 2.
A ton. Mets have nowhere to go.
Based on how they've been calling caution, I don't know if we'll have a caution for that. Oh, someone hard into the wall again.
That's go dog.
Well, there goes Slow Dogs.
He said it, not me.
Remember him bragging tonight. Where have you been, buddy?
Tata up
Said
in
he was on the wheel.
front. He's got Stein behind him. Now going up to block Ironman. Now back down to block Stein.
He's controlling both lanes. That's what you have to do with these type of super speedways, but eventually it will go wrong if you're late. I always feel like you just have to let one lane go, get the run, and then you have to catch back up again. I feel like it's not worth, really, unless it's the final 2 laps, it's not really worth blocking, you know? Because they're going to hate you late in the race.
Another good shot from Georgia to Ironman. So far, the 48 holding that slight lead over the 18.
Yeah, Georgia and Ironman, anytime they run together NXT, they always get hooked up. It's something about, oh, we see the 11 car out of line with the 4 car Fatality. They're not lined up. That's going to hard into the wall. Impact goes. And that's going to slide up and stop the outside lane's run a little bit in the rear. So they're not going to have help for a little bit.
Close call in the area around Harrison Midnight. They were able to keep it straight and going.
Yeah, Midnight is making his first start in a while. He hasn't run NXT that much as he has work, and he...
Tata can't block. And Ironman able to get such a good push there on the front stretch.
I think we need to see some side draft from the inside
so now
lane.
Ironman
I think they need to go to the middle.
Tata. So now, if you're the 48, you go down, block the 18, just have your teammate lead the top.
I don't know if that's really your solution. I think you want to get pushed by your teammate here. I think that's what Ironman's going to do. Stay up top, you can get pushed, and you don't have to worry about the push rule, as we don't know what the momentum is going to carry on the top compared to the bottom compared to the top, going up and down. Plus, he's getting pushed by a lot of cars. That outside lane's got the momentum.
Stack up again on the top there. It looked like Fatality was trying to save it. Tata head pitting.
Tata. He's the only one. Oh, no, then they go around.
Big wreck, Steel Parrot and others. Tata head minus.
Oh, Pure almost made it through. Oh, someone's on their roof. It was the A-carb
Oh
impact.
my goodness, yes! Big Sean is stuck on the outside wall. Now they teleport him back to the track.
Well, Tata to the lead.
Good call from the 18 as everyone else is racing it back. LA Fatality trying to make a late move.
Is he going to get the run? He has help. He does have help. Does he side draft the 48?
Does.
I would side draft. Got to side draft.
Not going to be enough. Looks
Not
like
enough.
he's going to have to be content with third at the line. Caution's out.
See the 18 right in front of the leaders. So he does stay in the lead lap here. You know what, Hendrick? Metz is on the lap still. We could see a win from him. Metz win incoming. Telling you guys right now. Whole field dies and Metz just does a Jimmy Johnson. What Jimmy did today, you know. I still can't believe he got third. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
He ran a lot better than he usually does. I'm happy for him, man. He deserves a good run. He's been really struggling in that next gen.
Look, man, I've been a JJ fan for years, and seeing all the shit he's gone through the last few years, yeah, this was big.
First top 5 since his last time in Hendrick equipment.
Yep.
Plus 2 top 5s for that team, so they have good momentum. Albeit it wasn't from the Jones boy, but it was from John Hunter. Nematode. Or no, that's what frickin' Michael Marut's called.
Pit road's open. Everyone ducking on in, except a couple. Maybe some of those people you wouldn't be shocked about staying out. Racing Dream, one of those. He's the first one to stay out.
I'll tell you right now, Hendrick.
Max
we are on the edge.
Steel Carrot. Like NASCAR guy. And then Big Sean.
I want to say we're on the edge, but we're not really. We have about, I think you pit on shoes here. 27. I don't know. How many laps do you think you can save at Daytona?
I think you can at least save 1 or 2.
If you can save 2, you pit on shoes here, in my opinion. If you stay in the mid-pack, especially when everyone's been checking up, you can make it on fuel. I feel like it's very possible. I want to see if anyone tries it.
Now, remember, that was how Talladega ended for NXT, with fuel mileage.
It's going to be a lot tighter this time, as you have to quite literally save from the beginning of this run. I don't feel like it's like you can decide halfway through you're going to save. No, you're basically 3 laps short. And you're about 2 laps short if you pit on shoes. So you're very tight on fuel. If you have a caution, you take fuel. You don't risk it. Another one. I want to see when we see... Where's Hendrick?
What the fuck? What the fuck was
no,
that?
Not you. No. No.
I want to see the sea. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. As some of the cars that we just saw stay out, they choose to pit. Others still staying out again. R4D, the first one currently on track right now.
What happened to Georgia Dog and the 48s of Ironman?
Yeah, Georgia is in mid-pack. From what I'm seeing from
Ironman
the
as well. I know everyone stayed out, but that's surprising. I thought a lot more people were going to come back down pit road, make sure they top it off, but no.
Ironman's closer to the front. He's just outside the top 10, running around that 11th, 12th place range.
You're in the mass of the cars. I'm worried for those guys because this is where the incidents happen in this race. You see a lot of guys hit the apron. So
now
I think
again,
Ironman and them,
they haven't chosen yet, so we may see more pit this time.
Okay, then we're definitely gonna see more people pit because you're even closer this time. If you already pitted though, stay out, stay in 4th gear, coast around this track. But if you haven't pitted, you should pit this time. Take the fuel and tires if you need tires, and see if you can make it on fuel. Because I feel like this is the time where you should. You're good on fuel if you pit this time. My English needs to be studied.
English is an important key, Brent.
Yes, and for some reason, I jitter. My English sputters, basically. You know how you run out of fuel in NASCAR heat? That's basically how my English is at times. Just sputters,
yeah,
you know?
and as we talk about it, many come in.
Everyone.
R4D, Carrot, NASCAR guy, Cobra, the first 4.
Like I said earlier, Yoshi to the front row here.
Yoshi, the first one at the top, but the new leader, the 10 car of Harris.
Someone who can only run 2020 cars. I talked about it earlier. It's going to be awkward if he makes the playoffs. How does that work? Does he get a sub that runs for him in 22 cars?
Knowing someone in NXT, if Harris ends up winning and gets into the playoffs, I think someone will find a way to gift him the 2022 DLC.
I don't know how that's going to work. That's going to be alright.
I think you can gift them the 2022 pack.
We'll see. If he wins. If he doesn't win, we got to see if he gets on points. Because he's actually, I think he's on the cutoff line. He's actually in the playoffs at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
Despite missing the first race of the season, his debut was at Kentucky.
Ran solid there, if I'm not mistaken. Top 10.
Yes, he actually finished 11th at Kentucky.
Ooh.
Yeah, didn't get stage points. That was just his introduction race, but he did get 11th there. Pocono did very solid in both races. Was a contender for both. Then here we are now. Him leading the way, and the defending champ on his outside, Steine and Banjo, row 2. Outsider and Splash, row 3. Melodramatic and Tata Head, row 4. And then Leppy, and it should be Slim Stealer, row 5. So here we go for the restart. Good start for the 10.
Oh!
Big
Outside
lag.
got loose immediately. I thought he got loose. Oh, Yoshi tried to get down.
And he couldn't.
Yep, that's going to be costly for Yoshi. And Leppy, where's Cowboy Tech? I just saw him a minute ago. He's right behind Pure Splash back there as Yoshi is now out of line.
And already, almost half the pack is not even in this group right now.
Well, remember, they started single file. That's the thing with this single file madness. A lot of people don't realize is if you get behind someone who isn't really pacing that well, you lose a ton of time, and now you're just making up. So that ruins your actual field strategies. You got to push to catch back up to the field. So
there they go. They're finally back in it. Oh, car below the yellow line.
No, NASCAR guy.
49 able to keep it straight. Still green.
I think 4th or 5th is in the hot bird seat right
Yoshi
now.
Trapped on the top. And his moment of glory being up there towards the front like old times.
He got back in line.
Might be on temporary halt. Did get back in line, but he lost a good bit of time. Should be in the back half of the top 10 though. Just ahead of Banjo and I-Trip.
10th. I'll get an update on that real quick.
He should be 9th.
Impact is all the way back there, 27th. Damn.
But now single file everyone goes except for NASCAR guy. He's driving like Tony, what was it, Tony Predinger in the Truck Series race, if I'm not mistaken, on the white flag.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta watch the last lap of the truck race, you'll get my reference.
I watched the race. I don't remember her being that bad. Oh, was she on...
It was bad.
She was on the apron.
It was
I don't
bad.
think she came up. I was watching. I don't think she came up. I think they crashed after they went around her, and then she was just there. I don't know. I gotta watch a replay of that because I watched that race. There was another girl.
Little
in
movement
series,
mid-pack.
Arca.
Cobra, good move there. Was able to get a spot from that, clearing midnight. Exo's still on the top, but Cobra trying to sneak his way back up there, slowly but surely. Now to the inside of Slim Stealer. Hey, he's going to get by.
Look at that gap. Look at the 18 and the 13 right now. Look at that gap right now. That's how you know someone is fuel saving. When you see the gap is that large, that's how you know they're letting off half throttling.
And
that's how you
ironically enough, Datahead was the one that benefited from that Dagger race. Wouldn't be shocked if he's actually fuel saving again.
He knows a thing or two about it.
So Steeler out of line in the 1. Everyone else all running the bottom.
The problem now is if you're stuck mid-pack, like 15th to 16th, everyone else is doing the same thing as you. So how are you going to make up positions here? Like, you could push, but then you're losing fuel. So I feel like you're in a lose-lose situation unless you're inside the top 10, in my opinion. Because you can't really push because you got to save fuel, but you're stuck back there and you can't really make moves anymore. That's why I don't like being around 17th like Jordan Dog is at the moment. As we have 19 to go in stage 3. So he's still 1 lap short.
Post-race interviews coming up after this. We will interview the top 5, including our winner. We'll see who those 5 will be.
I'm still
a long way to go.
Cowboy Tech is not streaming tonight.
He's not, but
maybe
so
it was a jinx
far,
streaming.
It's paying off for him. Cowboy Tech doing an amazing job once again, running into top 10. Car in the wall. Car in the wall in the back. I think that was the 14 again. Yes, it was. Let's go, Dogs.
I remember him before the race bragging that he's going to be so quick on his wheel.
So let's go on board here with the 3. Just, again, update. There he is. Doing a great job right now, running around that 8th position.
Let's not jinx him. Let's not jinx him. He's running well. I hope he gets the top 10, but I'm not going to jinx him. Save fuel, buddy. You got this, Cowboy Tech. I don't want to jinx my homie.
I do want to mention
luck
this
season.
too. I did a poll on my Discord channel to see what everyone thought who would win the race. And of the votes I had, over 80% of them think that there's going to be an NXT regular first-time winner tonight. And right now,
have any of the? I don't think any of the new guys on the new team have won yet.
Harris in the 10 has yet to win. Outsider in the 2, he has yet to win.
Pure Splash just joined the league.
Melodramatic.
And then there's another new guy.
Melodramatic there in 4.
Has the 77 won in any series yet? He's in Premier. I don't think he's won yet.
I don't think Steine has yet. No, he hasn't.
So we got a top 5 that have not won this anywhere in this series yet. Oh, Tin Car almost got a lot of line there. Harris. And then we have Tata, who won earlier this season at Dega. So behind him is Pure, and then Cowboy Tech, another non-winner yet, who would really benefit from a win this season. Really,
you could say the same thing. Banjo towards the front also hasn't won.
RD, he hasn't won this season yet.
Yep.
He's a little bit more back though. He's pushing the 20 car. Yoshi.
Little stack up here in the back. Close calls for both Mets and Impact. Both were under the yellow, about to enter 3. That could have been bad. But Racing Dream's got to run. He's got R4D whip.
They're trying to clear Trip. I think that's their goal, to get in front of Trip, and the 20 car's going to do it. He tries to do it. Trip does not allow it.
But he still gets it done.
He hits the apron though, and he officially follows in line. He gained a spot from that. Teamwork with RD. Oh, he's under the apron. And that's going to help RD get around Trip as he sends Trip up the track.
Stayed ahead. Almost was able to get Leppy out of line. 5th and 6th cars on the bottom line. Almost with a moment there.
Harris is running. I know Steine is being patient with him, but if Harris continues to run up the track,
Yoshi trying to get back.
Oh, no.
Able to keep it
He was
straight.
not clear.
No contact with the wall. He may get in front of Ironman, though. And he does. That is a race-saving moment there for the 24.
Luckily, he has a team owner who trusts him and will let him back in line.
Harris in his 4th start. Right now in front.
I've been saying all race long, this is not where you want to be, though. He hasn't saved any fuel.
It's not the place you want to be in unless if there's a caution that comes out.
If a caution does come out, this ruins everything for guys in the rear and the front. I mean, yeah, if a caution comes out, then we aren't talking about fuel. We're talking about who can make the move. Who's going to be able to make the move? Only the top 5, in my opinion, really have a shot if they're going to fuel.
Harris is running this thing full, giving himself space between him and Steine.
Alright,
helping
Hendrick.
Steine a lot, actually, when you think
We're
about
within 12 to go here. We see the outside lane forming. They're starting to make their jump now. They're following RD. Do you think they'll be able to get up to the leader?
I think they will sooner or later. Sooner or later they will. But look at Tata.
I see
ahead.
more people. Tata. Yep, I knew somebody was going to do it.
Tata head to the top. He must feel confident. He must feel confident about that fuel mileage.
That's the only reason he would do that.
Mellow to the top.
This gives Leppy a lane. Can he take advantage and close up the gap between him and Outsider? As we have 11 to go at Daytona.
Mellow
Someone on the apron.
dramatic.
37 hit the apron there hard.
Trying to make something work.
Trying to play spoiler.
How good of people do you have behind you? The Dega winner and Tata, R4D, one of the best rookies so far this season.
Yoshi.
Also have the defending champ, Ironman is there. So many
Fatality.
big names. Rocky Top. Georgia Dog there as well. Lewis in
That's
the
a
wall.
lot of good names up there.
Side by
This is gonna be
side
a good
in
finish.
3.
Come on, guys. Keep it green for us, okay, guys? Keep it clean.
The top
Have a great
2
finish
have
here.
a combined start total of 5 races. As now
We are
Tatum
now
up to
under
second.
10 to go. 10 to go at Daytona.
The custom
Who
car
is gonna
in
win?
front.
We call them cheating. That's a cheating car, bro, right there.
SB Motors in the grass up ahead. He's out of the way.
He's had a really struggling rookie season in the 66, just like Timmy Hill.
Hey, don't disrespect Timmy Hill, though. Come on, he's done nothing.
It's the car, not him. I'm just saying, like, it's representative.
Big
Really
run from
struggling in the car.
Ironman. He jumped from the top to the bottom.
I don't know if Tata
Midnight
is willing
in the wall in
to.
the back.
Does he collect anyone? He does not. That's his race over. Unless a caution comes out. In my opinion here, Hendrick, I don't think Tata's going to stay with him. Oh, the 20 car gets the wall and they're around. There goes Impact. He spins it around.
They wreck behind
And around they go. That's going to be a caution.
Banjo
Race back to the
there.
line.
Lewis, Flint Stealer, Big Sean, Master Killer, Splash. All
And they're
there.
still wrecking in the back. And around another one goes. And he flips. Oh my god, I just saw him. He's okay. Is he okay?
Steel
We gotta get
Parrot
the.
around on the back stretch.
I don't think he's okay.
R4D
Hendrick.
has
He
the
might have
run
died.
though. Watch this. To the top. Trying to get the lead to the line. Won't be able to do it. Ironman and Yoshi though, 3rd and 4th.
We need medics on the backstretch. I just saw a Ryan Priest recreation. We need medics on the backstretch. There is a murder. Medics on the backstretch.
And the whole
Mets.
thing with Harris being out in the front, it actually paid off for him. He gets track position
Because the caution
out of
came
it.
out. But
Currently
now
fifth.
everyone's. Here's the thing. Can he stay out? Does he have enough fuel to stay out here? that's what I'm wondering. Does he have enough fuel to actually make it? Would you top it off here, or are you gonna stay out? If you top it off, you're losing track position. But do you want to run out of fuel in front of the field and kill everyone and have everyone scream?
If I had to guess, I don't think he's gonna have enough. So my bet would be he does pit, but he could take a gamble, see what happens, but I don't know.
I want to see what everyone else does. Just people coming down pit road to top it off just to make sure. Do you want to take the risk of losing track position just to do that?
So Melodramatic now has the choice of what he wants to do for lead the leader.
We'll see here.
Someone's definitely staying out here.
Wait,
Melo does. And so does a lot of people.
I say in the rear, you top it off. Make sure you're good on fuel. They didn't do choose. Okay. I don't think pits are open there, Hendrick. I don't think they're open.
So we'll wait another lap. We'll see what happens. We're in the closing stages of this one.
I think when we go green, Hendrick, no more yellers.
We're on 7 to go right now, so yes, when we do restart, there will be no more cautions.
You should have said it like me. No more yellers. Say it. Come on.
No, I'm not disobeying the English dictionary.
Oh, come on, man. Just say it for the old time's sake. Okay, fine. I'll keep saying it. Now I feel sad. Oh yeah,
pit road should be open. This time by again. Only one DNF so far. That was Trevi.
Yep, a lag out very early on in this event. So sad times for him as his season. I wanted to see a duel between him and Mets, but the internet decided against it. So no duel between him and Mets. I'm disappointed. Screw Wi-Fi, man. It ruins the best drivers. Even though Tyreek screamed at me earlier about talking over you. So screw him, but it did ruin his career.
Tyreek, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Pit road open this time.
Oh!
And...
Harris does,
Harris does.
Like he had to. He decided against running out of the fuel in front of the field.
That's the killer, Max Snipes, Big Sean behind him. Few others, Slim Stealer.
Like I said earlier, they're going to green with 4 to go. We're going to see some aggressive driving here. I knew Harris, he was going to take the south. That's the safe route in my opinion. You're taking the safe route. You're making sure you make it on fuel. You pushed way too hard as the leader. So he took the safe route, decided to pit, take tires, take fuel. So he's not risking anything. But it does cost him track position, and he's hoping he can get back to the top 10 before this race ends.
So we'll be choosing next time by. Again, when they get back around this time, there will be no more yellows. So whatever happens to you, happen.
No more yellers. Or yellows, or cautions. We gotta say it like 3 ways, just so everyone understands, you know? Okay.
It looks like they actually chose down the backstretch. And look who actually chose the top. Tateahead chose the top.
He's got Steine, a good pusher in the 77 machine.
Well, this just got interesting.
Leppy
we'll be going
as well.
Green to make it 5 to go.
Oh yeah, they do quick choose under 5 to go, Hendrick. I forgot about that rule. So let's see if the guys who just pitted catch up to the field. That's the problem with quick choose, is they don't have as much time to catch up. Here we go. We are now heading into under 5 to go at Daytona. Who is going to steal the show? Is it going to be a rookie? Is it going to be a veteran who's already won in the season? Is it going to be a new points leader? Here we go.
Into the restart they go. Leads them to green. We're staying green the rest of the way.
No more cautions. Ironman gets stacked up behind him.
Able to keep
Tata's
going.
got the lane. If Tata wants to, he can drop to the bottom. He decides to do it now. Here comes Stein being pushed by Leppy. We see
so
them
far
stacking up.
good down the backstretch.
Tonta's in the
R4D
middle. That's not where he wants to be.
second. Here comes Ironman
Ironman
to the middle.
takes a leap to the top. Here he comes. As we start to see them dicing and
Big block
spicing.
from Dramatic. For the R4D to the
This is
inside.
going to open the bottom.
Ironman makes the 3
Three wide for the lead. 4 wide nearly.
Mello out of the line.
Mello on the wall.
Tough break for his debut. 4 to go. Mello into the wall.
And they're still straight up front. Ironman and RD side by side for the lead. He's got Steine pushing him. Yoshi pushing that 36. RD trying to get his first win in the NXT Series. Can he do it at Daytona? He's got a huge bump. They stack up behind him.
Blocks the
RD
48.
blocks the top. All around the 21 goes hard into the grass. Around the 2 goes as well.
Still green though. But
That was a
Ironman
huge
getting
wreck.
help from Stein. Yoshi in the 24 has help from Cobra.
We
3
still
to
have
go at
2
the line.
more to go. Is it 2? I think it's 3 to go. This is exciting, Hendrick. They're all really keeping their lane straight, and Ironman is holding strong in the top. This is fun. I'm hoping they keep it like this for the last 3
Question
laps.
is, if you're someone in the 24, what do you do
18
on the
the
white
wall.
flag?
Can you really make a move here?
You could definitely try, especially if you're Yoshi.
When do you make it? That's the question. You got to go through the middle if you're going to make the move, I feel like, here.
They'll
He's
be
got
getting
Cobra,
the 2
but
to
there's a lot
go.
of Toyotas.
R4D
Here's the
trying
thing.
to break away from the side draft of the 48. 2 to go.
There's 2 teammates behind Yoshi. The 11 and 20, do they go together through the middle
Now
when
Cobra
they decide to go?
also has Racing Dream behind him.
Yep, I just mentioned that, Hendrick. 2 to go. Yeah, I was going to say teammates. That's the thing, like you were saying, like I was saying. They can work together to make a move through the
Ironman
middle.
and Stein was disconnected for a moment.
Here they go down the
R4D
back stretch for the
doesn't
second
wanna
last
block.
time. I don't think he's going to need to. If they continue side by side like this, I don't know if they can make a move behind him.
Here they go. R4D, one of the most impressive rookies this season so far, will lead the field to the white flag. Can he make it back around one more time?
Outside lane got the momentum here into 1 and 2.
Ironman was
Great
up from
run.
Stein. Lap traffic up ahead. Will this be a factor?
They're stacking up behind and into
They
the
wreck
wall behind them.
Still carrying the wall.
Cobra got underneath. The bottom lane is unhooked.
Stein.
Steine is going to get clear. Steine
giving
gets
the
side
48
dropped.
a shot. R4D has one more chance as he's trying to prepare a run.
Lacour!
That was the 21. There goes R4D.
Here comes Yoshi! He's got to run!
24. They're 3
Here he goes! Who's going to get it? Yoshi! What a race! Yoshi got
The
it!
defending champion has won.
What a finish!
Yoshi
Holy!
has won. As someone is dead past the finish line.
Who died? Let's hope for a funeral for them.
Took a wicked ride.
Holy finish!
Now, there might be controversy because the 48 had contact with the 36 that sent R4D to the wall. But Yoshi, the defending champion, who has went through absolute heartbreak this season, is finally back in victory lane at the track where it all started for him.
He was my dark horse. I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. He was my dark horse, man. It's good for me. No, but for real though, Yoshi needed that. I feel like that he was struggling. I knew he was gonna be strong here. Daytona plate tracks are his, I guess, go-to now. Would you call him a speedway racer? I mean, he's won a lot of these races, so.
Talladega not as much luck, but Daytona is definitely his place.
Yeah, he's been really consistent, and What a race. That's going to be a clip on my channel later. Because that was insane at the end there. I know they got into one another, but still. For what it was relatively amazing.
So I'm going to go on ahead and try and get Yoshi in here. Same with Ironman. It's same with R4D. I gotta see who got 4th and 5th. You need to invite Mets fan for me.
Oh, I get to invite Mets. I'm a happy man. Oh, well, fuck. Well, damn. I don't even get to invite Mets. Yeah, I can hear you, man. My voice is dead. What a fucking show. That was just insane finish. You don't understand. From the booth, it was insane. Maybe in the VC they're pissed, but good God, it was fun from the booth. Should have zigged, not zagged. Wait, we really copying Cletus clothes, huh? That's crazy. Impact fastest lap. um, yeah, I was gonna say, Mets, what are the results so we can get the top 5 in here real quick? Oh, he lagged out. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Steine. We need Steine in here. Get that man in here. As we have a... Damn. Hey, Hendrick. Hendrick, Hendrick... Oh, Nate watched for the finish. Hold on. Let me get Hendrick back. Does Hendrick... He invited me to a party. Hold on. I'll try to get him back at... Okay. I'll be right back then. This working? Okay. Should I host a party, or do you think you can still host? Okay. Okay, then we're good. I'll get everyone in here. I'll try to get everyone in here as quick as possible, buddy. Sorry about that. Alright. Hello, gentlemen. I had someone actually message me on Xbox that they were watching that finish, so... Yeah, we got some viewers. They were excited. That was insane. Do we have everyone in here that was top 5? Let me get Iron
Not
Man
yet.
in here. Is Iron Man in here?
Yeah, we got him. Yeah, we need
Steine?
R4D.
Stein?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the full results.
Oh, look in the results. No, there's a video sent. I can send it to you. It's Yoshi, RD, Ironman, Cobra, Stein.
Okay, so Cobra and Steine.
Oh yeah, Cobra. Yeah, he got top 5. Where is he?
Okay.
I'm finding him.
Alright, you can enter... Do you want to just interview 3rd, 4th, and 5th?
I want to interview Yoshi because I kind of did pick him this week. I feel kind of happy about that one.
Yoshi, who do you want to interview you?
Wow. This is...
Okay.
Yay.
Alright.
Go.
You lucky
I'll take
bastard.
5th, 4th,
yeah.
and you can take 3rd and 2nd.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very rude.
Nah.
You said that aloud.
To be fair,
stream,
Iron Man also spent the 1,000 points in the redeem, so there you go, Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that was a redeem that he used.
Yes.
I fucking
yes.
knew it. I knew it. Okay.
Alright. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. We're still missing R4D and Stein.
Yeah, we're missing Stein. Why are we missing these two? I know Stein might be a little sad because of how that ended, but he should...
Yeah,
Where's RD though? No, Stein should
R4D,
be
I
here.
think, is real. I would understand
He should be
R4D.
sad.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where's Stein though?
I don't know, but I hope they're aware that they can be in here though for this. Yes.
Yes.
All right,
There we go.
there's one.
At least one of them.
We'll give him one more second. Yeah, at this, if he doesn't join, that's fine.
Get 30. 30 seconds or 30 minutes? No, he means 30 seconds. All right. What's the tough?
Yeah, let's just go on ahead and get started. He's not gonna join. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. I gotta remember Stein's number. He's in the 77.
Yes.
Imagine if the custom car won, though. Imagine the scenes. I'd be like, look at this custom car.
All right. So Stein, not Stein. Bren, you can do first, fourth, and fifth. I'll do second and third.
Fifth, fourth, and first. All right. I'm gonna let Stein gather in. Make sure to include your audio, Stein, first and foremost, buddy.
All right.
All right, Stein. Hello. Welcome in to the booth. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Hell of a show. We got to watch an exciting finish. Can you give us your point of view from the finish and give your thoughts on the racing tonight? As you were sub, I can't wait to race you tomorrow. But what were your thoughts on the race tonight, as a whole?
I thought the racing was pretty good for the most part, especially up front. There were times where it was kind of just bottom feeding, but there was a lot of people that were trying to make moves throughout the race, and it made it a lot more enjoyable for us racing and probably for you guys watching. But I thought the race was pretty good, and at the end, we had really good racing for the lead. I was just trying to get I believe Ironman was in the 48, yeah, the 48 clear, trying to get us both clear of the 36 at the end, and unfortunately, I was not able to do that to try to take the win. But yeah, I enjoyed the race.
Yeah, no. Even though you didn't clear him, you still had a great run. I was watching you all night long, and you were one of the proportioner or somebody who actually facilitated the outside lane pretty, I guess, regularly. As you followed Ironman. Ironman was one of the leaders on the outside lane, and you guys just ripped it. I think there was. I don't know if you were in that pack that literally went from the front to like first on like the outside lane, which is crazy. But you're following them at the end. It was great teamwork. Give me your thoughts on going forward, maybe? No, I don't know that's the word I would say. How'd you think overall tonight? You already said, I think you said your thoughts. I don't know what else to say. I'm confused. I already said too much.
Yeah, I thought tonight was good. I was questioning if I should have made this start, but I just like racing at Daytona, so decided to race it, and I had fun. My buddy R4D, I wish he got the win, but he ran great tonight as he's been running, and yeah, it was fun running down here.
Yeah, definitely. It was fun to watch the 77 make some moves overall tonight. Get crats on the top 5. I am sorry for asking so many weird questions
You're
in the
good,
first place.
thank you.
That was bad. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
See ya.
Alright, we're gonna move on to our 4th place finisher. I've talked to you in the past. Hold on, let me get my results up real quick so I know, so I don't fucking forget and mess this up. Where the hell is first place, Mets? Okay, there it is. Okay, hello, Cobra. Sorry about that. I am trying to bring up results and I am just brain farting. I apologize. Alright, this time at a Super Speedway, you have the chance to actually be the lead lap car, and you were making some moves. Give me your thoughts on the finish there as a whole, and what was your mindset going to the final 3 to 4 laps? Making moves. Hold on. Make sure you clear your audio real quick.
Alright, I think you got me now.
All right. Just repeat what you said. I'm sorry.
On the final restart, I just took the outside because everyone was pretty shy about taking the outside and holding the outside. But it checked up, so I bounced to the bottom and was able to get to like the third row. But when I got to two to go and I realized Yoshi was in front of me, we usually work pretty well when he's not lagging. But I pretty much made up my mind I was going to push him wherever he went. So that's kind of just how the last few laps went. I didn't really have a chance to, you know, if I was one more row forward, I probably would have made more bolder moves. But when you're 3 rows deep, there's nowhere for you to go except who's right in front of you.
I will say, even though you couldn't make a move, you definitely made the best of your situation tonight. Good points day as well, as you finished top five, a fourth place. So congrats on the top five. What are your thoughts going forward? As I think we're only 6 races in. This could be a great leap into the points and more potentially more top fives, more wins going forward.
Yeah, just looking to keep consistency up and try to get those stage wins, which will become important as playoffs come around.
Yep, definitely the key in the NXT series, in my opinion, in any series, is consistency. Congrats on the top five. Hopefully, we'll be hearing from you more as we go along throughout the season.
That's the plan. Thank you.
All right, Hendrik, I'm gonna let you take over for the next two interviews.
All right, so we'll go on ahead and start with our third place finisher. That is the driver of the 48, Mr. Ironman. Ironman, make sure your audio is included.
It is now.
It is now. Okay. Well, so I do want to note this first things first. You and R4D actually crossed the line with the same race time. 93 minutes, 41 seconds, .576. So you guys basically tied across the line. The nod went to the 36. So first off, I do want to ask about the contact with you and the 36 at the end. Do you think that the top three would still be the same if that contact did not happen?
Honestly, I don't know. I've seen the clip from the 36's point of view, and then I just watched the 77's, and it looks really bad on theirs. But when you look at mine, like you can see, like I didn't even turn into them. I was just trying to side draft them. So controversy on that, but at the end of the day, that's this game. Honestly, it's kind of bittersweet. Happy that Yoshi was able to win. Pissed I didn't win. Even more pissed that that finish now comes with some controversy because that obviously was not my intention.
So, as a team owner, you got to look back on these last 3 weeks. You have Normie getting his first win, you have Georgia getting his first win of the season, and then tonight you have Yoshi getting his first win of the season. How does that feel as a team owner knowing that you have a variety of your drivers winning their first races of the season?
I mean, it feels great. Obviously, coming into the season, I was very confident, and all three of those guys knew that they would each find their own win at some point during the season. Now, the next few weeks is going to be putting an emphasis on helping Lewis get into the victory lane, make sure all four ILM drivers find a checkered flag this season and make their way into the playoffs. Can't say anything more about those four guys. I should say they're all four of them are great drivers, and happy to have them on the race team. Can't say I would change anything because those four are really good, and excited to watch the four of them in the playoffs.
All right. Well, Iron Man, before I let you go here and celebrate the team victory with the 24 tonight, do you have any special shout outs you'd like to give?
Shout out to the 77, the 4 of LA Fatality, and the 11 Cobra. Those three worked with me most of the night on the top. We had that top line ripping at the end of the second stage and most of the third stage. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to obviously my teammates, Yoshi, Lewis, and Georgia. Me and Georgia finished 1-2 in stage 2, which was awesome. Congrats to Yoshi on the win. Congrats to... No more congrats. I don't know why I was going to say congrats. But thanks to Thanks to Mets, obviously, for putting this on. Thanks to you and Bren for streaming this each and every week. You guys do a killer job. Congrats to ILM on the win, and we'll find another race that will come down to race NXT and have some fun.
All right. Well, with that being said, Ironman, congrats on the top 3. I do wish you the best of luck for Premiere tomorrow night.
Yeah, man.
All
Appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're now going to go on to the other side of the whole story at the end there. That is with the driver of the 36, Mr. R4D. Make sure your audio is included.
We're good.
Well, I know the ending wasn't what you were looking for, but let's recap the race here for you. You did win your first stage in NXT. That's one thing. And then you do end up tonight with your best finish of the season so far. I know that wasn't the way you wanted it to go, but I do want to ask, what did it look like from your side of the whole story with you in the 48?
First I want to start off with no hard feelings. It's totally good. I understand that he wasn't trying to do that, so but it sucks because I really thought I was gonna win and I think I would have, but it's just the game.
So, obviously, there's been a couple races where you did end up just short, but at the end of the day, when we look at it from a points perspective, you should be up there within the top 2 now, depending on how many points Normie gets with Ironman racing for him. So, Normie, I do want to ask you, not Normie, god damn it, R4D, I do want to ask you, so, do you think you should be placed a little bit higher in the point standings with how you've been running? Because, I mean, we got to think about this whole season. You know, of the 6 starts you've made, you are the only driver to have finished in the top 10 in each and every start. What are your thoughts on that?
He's literally a points leader, I think.
I think I'll become the points leader after this race, but I'm honestly happy with where we are in points. I'm not complaining. I'm behind my 2 teammates, so if I don't move up, then I don't move up. I just gotta work in stage racing though. That I did pretty good in that tonight. So.
And now going into next week, that would be at Phoenix with the next gen cars. How do you feel about that track with the 2022s?
I'm actually very excited about that because it's kind of like New Hampshire, and you know what happened at New Hampshire in Premiere could hopefully happen again.
Yeah, and I will give you a heads up. New Hampshire is one of the next 3 races for NXT, so this should be a good stretch for you. All right. Well, R4D, before I let you go here and prepare for next week, do you have any special shout-outs you'd like to give?
I want to give a shout-out to Josh Brown for getting a Mickey Mouse win. I'd like to shout out Justin Van Team for being an elite teammate and all the Costco Motor Club.
All right. Well, R4D, congrats on once again another stellar run, another podium finish for you. I wish you the best of luck going into Phoenix next week, and hopefully you will finally get that elusive win in your rookie season.
All right, thank you.
No problem. All right, Apex. It's on to you. Go on ahead. Interview our winner.
All right, we're gonna go on to someone. I kind of disagree with the thing that he just said. I don't think this is a Mickey Mouse win. I know it wasn't traditional winning, but we got. Make sure you include your audio, by the way, Yoshi. This is someone who I predicted would have a shot here, and Yoshi, you did it again. Super Speedway. You're starting to become a lot like. Now, I'm not gonna compare you to him, but you're really good at Daytona. Give me your thoughts on the last few laps and. I think you were just sitting on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, right? Just chilling, just ripping around there.
Yeah, I had no plan. I had no clue what to do. I was sitting on the bottom. My season has been horrendous to start. I haven't been in the booth once.
This is certainly well.
I have not been in the booth once to talk to you guys, so hey, hope all's been well. Yeah, my season's been horrible. I missed the Pocono doubleheader. I had, I think, 1 top 10 at Kentucky. I just wanted a good finish. So I was content pushing. my kind of teammate slash whatever, R4. I
And
was
the
good
Hogan.
pushing him wherever we went. He went up. Ironman went up. Bottom lane wide open. I was like, wait a minute. That shouldn't be like that. And I just kind of went through it. So,
You know what I compare this to? Yoshi? 224 cars won today. The William Byron in real life, and then you won
yeah,
at
that's
Daytona. Same
it's
fashion, in my opinion.
pretty well the same thing. Like, it just like popped
It
out
just
of
opened.
nowhere. It's like, oh,
It just
he's
opened.
running way back, and then all of a sudden he's just out front, and how'd that happen? Oh, cool, okay. But yeah, it definitely was Mickey Mouse. I'm not gonna disagree. It just popped out of nowhere, and yeah. So I mean, I'll take it, but it wasn't expected, and it wasn't the plan. But I mean, you take those still, I guess.
Hey, you know what I say to that is if they can speak to their Mickey Mouse win, but you know what that does for you? It locks you into the playoffs. As I know early on in the season you were struggling a little bit, but I think you got a decent. No, you didn't make Pocono, but you got a decent finish. I think in the last week maybe, but I don't really remember. But this locks you into the playoffs. What are your plans going forward? And do you have any special shoutouts? As now you don't have to worry about points. Except starts. You have to worry about starts, but points are not an issue anymore as you got that win.
Yeah, I think I remember saying in chat somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it just for
Shits and giggles?
yeah, just that's not what I was gonna say, but it works. I think I said sometime in the past 2 weeks while we were off that I was gonna be on my Harrison Burton this week and go from 26th into the playoffs, but I obviously didn't think it would actually happen. But yeah, we're in it now, so that's a plus. Plan is to
Enter Harrison Burton.
enter Harrison Burton. I'm gonna go from 26th to the playoffs by winning at Daytona. Just I not suck like I have been at the beginning of the season. Like I said, my best finish before today was I think 7th at Kentucky, and most of my other finishes were outside the top 25. So it's been a bad start to the season. But like you said, this puts us in the playoffs. So just have to worry about running well, keeping the momentum up. So that's the plan, just to stay out of trouble, don't make any enemies, all that fun stuff. As far as shout-outs, I would normally thank my teammates first, but special shout-out first to Cobra because he sat there and pushed me for that entire last run and didn't, well, I think he tried to get under me once, which I kind of left it open, but he pulled back in behind me. And then he seemed at least content enough to just push me the rest of the way. And I appreciate that. And like he said in his interview, we tend to get along and work together pretty well. So I thank him for that and thank him for sticking with me there. And it's always fun racing with him. And so I'm glad he got a good finish out of it too. Shout out to R4. I'm going to call him Joey. You guys call him R4. I call him Joey. He probably should have won that race. I just saw the bottom open up in front of me. I didn't see the contact because I was underneath both of them. I saw it afterwards, but he probably should have won the race if not for that contact. Like he said, he should be the points leader after tonight. So awesome for him to be running so well in his rookie season, to be leading the points and everything. Shout out to Ironman to pop in NXT for a race and compete like he always does and go for the win and finish tied for second or third or whatever. It was good to see him racing, and he was getting the top lane working when not many other people were running the top lane, so that was beneficial. Shout out to my other teammates slash people on my team that I own in NXT, Banjo, and Lewis is my teammate. Trying to think. Logan wasn't here. He had something. Normie had something. Steven, I don't know where he finished, but he was around me for the first half of the race, so shout out to those guys too. I'm probably forgetting somebody along the way, but honestly, I just want to stop talking. My throat hurts. I had my Michael Jordan flu game, and I just want to shut up.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you did come in here sick, but oh my god, I mean, I guess running sick was worth it. I mean, you got the W tonight. Some people will say it's Mickey Mouse, but in my opinion, you definitely
it was
made
Mickey
it entertaining.
Mouse.
I don't care what RD says. I mean, you literally
I'll say
drove.
it's Mickey
That
Mouse.
was insane.
I just
But
wanted
yeah,
a top
that
5. I just needed a good finish, but we'll take it. And I don't know if Tata Head listens to this, but just remember, anybody can win Daytona.
except Go Dogs. No, I didn't mean to see that stream. Fuck. Alright, Yoshi, we'll see. Hopefully see you in a few weeks, or next week, honestly, as you're going to try to carry this momentum. I think this win can get you off the board and finally get back on track. Congrats on the win again. This locks you into the playoffs, but remember, you do have to, I think it's top 16, have to duel for the top 10. So it's going to be fun to see you in the playoffs this season. So congrats on the win again.
Appreciate it.
Alright,
Hendrik?
so I do want to go on ahead and recap the results. I'll start with the top 10 here. Yoshi with his, what he called it, the flu game, or the flu race, walking away with his first win of the season. So now with that, the 24 will be in the playoffs. R4D, once again, another stellar effort, just one spot short of that first win in NXT, getting second in a tie with Ironman. One of the two premier drivers with a top 5 finish, he gets third. Cobra on the 11, walking away with a 4th place finish. Really good stuff from the number 11. And then Steine rounding out the top 5. Racing Dream in the 20. Made his first start not that long ago. He started late, but already with multiple top 10 finishes with a 6th place. Leppy in the 13, 3 of the last 4 races he has finished in the top 10. He keeps it up after tonight. Rocky Top, first top 10 of the season, getting P8.
Let's go, Rocky.
Impact, second top 10 of the season. For him, he had a top 10 earlier in NXT, but now as a full-time NXT driver, he's 1 for 1 there. He gets 9th. And then Trusting Banjo, rounding out the top 10.
I'm interested in those points because Banjo still
now
got top
from
10
11 to
after all
20.
that.
There are some shockers in this list. Duke Prime in the 95 in 11th. Another cellular run for him. iTrip in the 51 in 12th. Go Dogs getting 13th place. Not that bad considering how his race was earlier tonight.
The guy behind him.
Debut race.
Decent debut. Decent debut. He definitely had some moments, but at the end it kind of faltered. But overall, top 15 is solid.
Big Sean in the 12 in 15th. Georgia Dog, one of the 2 Pocono winners, getting 16th. Exo Austin, one of those cars that was upside down at one point tonight. He got 17th. Slim Steeler in
Still
the
running.
1. Debut race for him, too. He gets P18. Max Snipes getting 19th. Kind of shocked about that one, but again, he got caught up in some chaos late. And then Lewis in the 9 car, the only ILM car still without a win. Right now, 20th after tonight. Steel Carrot in the 37. Actually, the results are a little bit skewed. There we go. Pure Splash in the 43.
Mets.
First race in 21st. SP Motors, he went from being a lap down late to at least getting a couple spots back at the end. 22nd. LA Fatality, 23rd. He was one of the top 10 cars for the majority of the race, if not even top 5. Steel Carrot in 24th. Tata Head finishing 25th. What could have been for the 18? He was up there late. Same can be said with Harris with the whole fuel mileage. He had to pit late. Finished 26th. Master Killer, the 19 in 27th. And then after doing so good earlier today, Cowboy
Tech's
the
rough
last
season
car
still continues.
on the last lap. Or last car on the lead lap in 28th. Mets fan in 29th. NASCAR guy,
And then rounding up
30th.
top 30.
And then the last few cars in the grid, the Outsider 1 lap down in 31st, Midnight the
happened to
21
him?
in 32nd, and then Trevi in the 16, the only one who disconnected
Lag out.
in 33rd. All
I
right.
remember Outsider really running well earlier in the race, so it's
Yes.
kind of disappointing that he finished all the way back to 31st, but something might have happened. I think he parked at the end. But
So,
yeah, I'm going to let you finish out.
I'm going to get some words here from Metz on his thoughts about this race. So, Metz, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet just because I know it's late, very late. Usually don't go this late. But very fun. I'm very happy. Voice channel was had its issues sometimes here and there, but hopefully the racing was good. Can't wait to watch it back. And on to Phoenix.
All right. Well, once again, I do want to thank Bren for hopping in the booth. I should have called you Suspect Apex just to piss you off, but I ain't gonna do that. So again, thanks to Bren for
I'll do
being
it, Suspect
in the
Apex.
Well, at least someone
Can you give me the party leader?
But again, thanks to Bren for hopping in the booth with me tonight. Appreciate everyone that was in the top 5 getting their interviews in. Congrats to Yoshi on getting it done at the track where he got his first NXT win. That was from last season, now carrying a dub over to this season. I'm Gregor Show 48.
I picked him.
Closing this one out. Thanking all of you for watching. Again, Phoenix for NXT is next week at 9:30. And then also tomorrow night, Premiere also returns as they will be racing at
Texas 2020.
Yes.
2020 cars. It's definitely going to be interesting to say the least. So I'm somewhat iffy about it, but that's tomorrow night.
All right. With that being said, I'm Regular Show 48 closing this one out. Thanking all of you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.
Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. I'm still alive. No more Suspect Apex. Peace.